Okay, and then just to wrap up, so we've got some time for questions. I wanted to point you towards some places to get further resources and support. If you decide that you aren't yet ready to apply for university, there are other courses that you can apply for. So have a look on our pre-university courses page, and you'll see that there are short courses you can do to help you prepare. There are free English language programs for refugees and people seeking asylum. We advertise the ones that universities and charities offer, and there are more in colleges, in your local college, but we advertise some university-specific opportunities. And there are free online courses that you can complete in your subject area, and that helps with what Ross was talking about, with things to put into your personal statement when you do apply. If you have questions about your qualification level though, and if you feel that you don't yet have the qualifications you need to go to university, you might need to go to college first. And that's not something we're talking about today, but there's a link in the applicant pack to Refugee Education UK's website. They've got some really helpful guidance about applying for college, and they also have an advice line that you can contact for more support. All of these are listed in the applicant pack, but just to flag some particularly useful ones. The London Sanctuary Open Day is happening next week. So Sophie, if you could pop the link in the chat. If you are looking for an opportunity to talk to some universities and attend workshops, STAR will be running a workshop there. So for anybody based in London, I'd encourage you to come along to that event on the 10th. You can also, I mentioned it briefly earlier, join STAR's Equal Access Network if you'd like to connect with other students and applicants from refugee and asylum seeking backgrounds. ENIC is what I mentioned previously if you're looking for a statement of comparability to help translate your international qualification to the UK context. There is, though, a cost, so if you need support with that, do ask the university first. I've seen a lot of questions about English language and IELTS. If you do find that you need an IELTS test before you go to university, RefuAid run a support course for that, and they can help with the exam fees. So contact them if that applies to you. I've already mentioned Refugee Education UK, and UCAS, of course, as you've heard from Ross, have lots of helpful advice and guidance for things like writing your personal statement. They've got specific advice for people who are seeking asylum or from a refugee background. And they've also got advice for choosing a reference, especially if you're not currently in school or college. And UCAS, I've mentioned previously in terms of fee status. They are particularly helpful for any questions about fee status and whether or not you are eligible for student finance. So have a look at their website or contact their student advice line if you have questions on those topics. Before we go to questions, I'm just going to hand over to my colleague Sophie.